Hey everyone, it is Michelle Holling-Brooks from Unbridled Change, and I am here with this week's vlog, and we are talking about transition moments and how sometimes in transitions we can start to feel a little excited, a little nervous. Our body can almost feel a little dysregulated, and it's helpful to feel how to bring that back in and channel that so that we can move through that transition with a little bit more grace and ease. And ideally, a lot of transitions open into transformations, but that can only really happen if we are settled, grounded, and in alignment with who we want to be and how we want to show up. So today we're going to go through a couple little quick exercises that we can do to help balance our system so that we feel like we have more access to our thinking and being able to calm our body down, especially if it's getting revved up and a little confused between maybe some excitement, anticipation, maybe a little bit of worry, especially with those kiddos going back to school. This is a great and fun exercises to do with your kids. Okay, so the first one is always we got to help calm down our triple warmer. Again, triple warmer is the meridian who is responsible for helping us have that flight, fight, or freeze or kind of fog response. You know, sometimes we're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where that's coming from. We're not quite revved up, but we're maybe in a little bit of fog state. And so if we can calm down triple warmer or triple burner, as some traditions call it, then we can help our body start to say, okay, this is not a fire-breathing dragon in front of me. This is just a little bit of a shift, a little bit of a change, and maybe I'm having a little anxiety about the fear of the unknown. And so if we can bring ourselves back into alignment and kind of let some of our body calm down and some of those cortisol and stress response hormones leave, then we know what it is we need to do next, and we can step into our next moment a little bit more grounded and with a little bit more space to show up the way that we want to do. All right, so let's rub our hands together and open up those hand chakras, shake them out, and go ahead and place your hands on your thighs and take a deep breath in and out. Now, this one you might have seen me do before, but I always love to start with it. It's called the triple warmer smoothie. You're going to cover your eyes, kind of cup them. Take a deep breath in and out, and in and out. And on the next in breath, you're going to drag your hands across your eyes and land at your temples. Take a deep breath in and out. And now on this one, you're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to trace like the question mark around your ears, around the back, and kind of hang off those shoulders. I really love, it feels really good to me to dig in right now, kind of into my shoulders and put a little pressure on, because I tend to carry a lot of stress and tension in the back of my neck and shoulders. For me personally, I don't know how you are. So this feels really good to me. And I just take as many breaths as I feel I need. Again, really check into your body. And when you feel it kind of relax, go ahead and drag that, and I'm going to watch out for that microphone, and cross into your heart space and take another couple deep breaths in and out. And this is where I kind of like to give myself an affirmation or an intention. It's kind of, maybe it's a cheerleader, like, Michelle, you got this, you've prepared for this, you know what you're doing. If I'm stepping into like speaking or presenting somewhere, or it's, you know, I've been able to get through everything, this will be no different, or I want to step into this conversation with awareness and compassion for the other person if I'm anxious about that. Whatever your transition moment might be. And then you can shake it off. The other thing that I love to do, and I don't think I've talked about them yet, is I like to activate the radiant circuits. So in Donna Eden's work, she talks about 9 different energy systems. And one of those systems is what she calls the radiant circuits. And some traditions also call it the strange flows. I know that sounds a little odd, but they are like the very beginning stages of how our body was designed to move energy through. So I like to think of it like this. Meridians are really like the cow trails, sorry, on a farm, of where the cows walk. And so when they first start walking, it's like a little bit of a pathway. And then the more and more, they just keep walking on that same pathway. And you can actually get like these like deep rutted gullies kind of like that the cows just stay on. They're like, that's where I'm going. Also, neuropathways within our brain are the same way. They start off kind of fuzzy, but as more and more energy flows on that pathway, it becomes a superhighway. Well, our meridians are superhighways. They are entrenched ways that the body is designed to go. So triple warmer comes up and around and ends here, right? So if we want to calm it down, we can trace it backwards and go out this way. And it stays on that nice little circuit, right? But radiant circuits, they have a little bit of a pathway, but they can move and groove and go everywhere that they want. The amazing thing about radiant circuits is that they are designed to help us really access joy and to move that through. And in transition moments, we really need to be able to get into that joy and into that groove and access the ability to regulate. And because they can move and go all over our body and our energy field, including our aura, they're the great kind of partners to bring in transition moments. So I'm going to introduce you to two of them, and they are the regulator flows. And so regulator flows, think about what that is. That helps you regulate your body, bring it into kind of like a calm and a state of being able to step into that joy and see all the good stuff that's around you versus seeing all the potential danger, danger, ghost rider signs. All right, so each regulator flow and also a radiant circuit has what's called a yin and a yang part of it. And the yin is what goes deep inside of us. It's also like the kind of sacred feminine side. So it's how our body brings in information and it goes deep inside of us. The yang is then how does our body push our energy out? So the sacred masculine, okay? And so we got to pat both of them together so that we equal balance. All right. So I'm going to walk him through, and feel free to back this up and listen to and try it again, but I'll try to talk you through as I'm doing them. Again, we're going to start with rubbing our hands together and shaking them off. All right, we're going to start with the inward because we've got to get grounded inside before we can go outside with our energy, right? So we're going to bring our hands up to right at the bladder points, and we're going to make a heart around our face, and then we're going to stretch our neck. Okay, then you're going to open up your arms so that the yin side, the inside of your body is out, and we're going to trace it down. So we're going to down and off, down again and off the fingertips. I love this part. It's kind of what they call Marilyn Monroe. So you're going to place on the inside of your body, so this side, front side, and you're going to just Marilyn Monroe all the way down and squeeze and off your feet. Now what I love to do is, because we're down here, we're just going to go ahead and trace up spleen, inside of the toe, up the inside of the leg, flare out at the waist, up to their armpits and back down to your bra line, and just go ahead and give it a little buzz. All right, so that is the yin side. I'm going to do it one more time for you. So we're going to do a heart, stretch, trace, down off the fingertip, Marilyn Monroe down the front side of the body, squeeze, and up the inside of spleen to activate that as a radiant circuit. All right, and now we are going to move to the yin. So the yin, we're going to rub our hands, the yang, sorry, our hands together, and we're going to start with cupping our eyes again. Deep breath in and out. And this time when we get to triple warmer, we're going to cup it with like a little cup, and we're going to ask to activate triple warmer as a radiant circuit. So we're asking triple warmer to, instead of seeing fear and possible anxiety, to come online with the ability to bring in energy, to bring it towards joy, to bring it towards our ability to feel excitement versus fear. So we're bringing it in as a radiant circuit, opening ourselves up to the joy and the wonderful, awesome feelings that are all around us. And then, instead of going up for yin, we're going to flip it because we're on the yang side, the outside of the body. And we're going to trace it down, and again, off those fingers. Sometimes I like to squeeze at the fingers, especially if it feels like it's puddling. And then this time, instead of the front, we're going to go Marilyn Monroe down the back side. So you can go ahead, and I also, right behind your belly button is what's called the Mingmen point right here. Sometimes that feels a little clogged, so I like to just take a moment and kind of stretch that out. Rub, 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 and then Marilyn Monroe down the outside off the outside of the toe and then back up spleen, just to really help us metabolize any leftover energy and fear that we might be having. Whew. I love that one. This is a radiant circuit. That's one of my favorite things. I trace it, especially if I'm in a transition moment. That regulator flow really helps me feel like I'm balanced and in the middle of what I need for the inside, and then also then how I need to project to the outside. So those are your 3 activities. So we've got triple warmer smoothie to just kind of help calm down, triple warmer, and then we want to activate our radiant circuits so that we can feel the joy and excitement in that transition versus maybe the what ifs. And so we introduced you to the yin and Marilyn Monroe to the yang. All right. So those are them. I hope you enjoy. Good luck on your transition moments. This is Michelle with Unbridled Change.